Have you ever wondered how incredible it would be to be on the inside of the temple? To be one of the priests? You know, something amazing about priests, it needs to be understood through understanding what it means to be a Jew. Because there are two parts to being a Jew. There's doing, and then there's being. And the priest emphasizes being. Where do we see that? There's a mitzvah of tefillin. Tefillin we wear on our arms and our heads, two parts. But something amazing about priests is that they weren't allowed to wear their tefillin on their arm, because one of the laws about priestly garments is it had to be worn on their body directly. You couldn't have something in between their body and the garments, and therefore they didn't wear their arm tefillin. They only wore their head, because being a priest is more about who you are, not what you do. Now that tells us something incredible. So much of our lives is focused on what we do in the world, and we don't spend enough time thinking about what we are. Because when it comes to giving, it's more than what we do. It's about who we become. So imagine you've got two people doing exactly the same thing. On the one hand, you have someone collecting the rubbish for your street, and you've got a second guy doing exactly the same thing, collecting the rubbish for your street. What's going on in one guy's head is, I've got a job to do. I wake up, got the bills to pay, and I've got to feed my family. That's what's going on in his head. But on the other side, this man wakes up in the morning understanding that he's responsible for making sure that this street is beautiful and clean for everyone else. This guy, true, he's done the actions. The street's clean, but he hasn't become a giver. This one, not only has he done the action, but he's also become a giver. Why is it that the priests only wear tefillin on their head? The answer is that being a priest is more than the actions they do. It's about who they are. Be great, be a giver, because that's the ultimate goal. Shabbat Shalom.